Have you ever felt that nervous tension before saying yes to something big? That moment when your stomach flips, your heart pounds, and your brain screams, "This is too much." What if it's a sign not to run, but an invitation to grow? Today we're talking about the growth phase, that powerful, terrifying space just outside your comfort zone, and why the things that scare us often hold the key to the next version of ourselves.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Finding Success podcast with me, Alex, and my illustrious podcast host, Adam. How are you, sir?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's your week?
Yeah, good, mate. Went really quickly this week, actually. Really quickly. Because we're home, I think it's just
They zoom.
gone.
They zoom.
But we're back. We're good. How are you? How's your week?
Yeah, lovely.
Good.
Buddy, lovely.
Like it.
Do you know what? I was glad to come back to grass.
Yeah, rather than sand.
Desert. Yeah. I couldn't. It actually made me smile seeing it. And it was only grass at Heathrow, in between the two runways. I was like, oh, it's lovely.
It's grass.
It's lovely. It's just the best. It's not barren wasteland.
That's right.
Anyway, getting straight into it, mate. We ain't got time to mess about.
I love it.
This week,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about what scares you, makes you grow.
Yeah, it's a little follow-on episode from last week, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's
little,
a great episode.
Mark
this.
2.
It's a great
Plus
episode.
one, asterisk, whatever you want to put it. We're talking about something most of us run from. It's fear.
Yeah.
Not the fear of danger. Scary beast, saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah.
But the fear of risk and uncertainty.
Yeah.
The fear that often signals growth.
Mm,
And we all need to embrace this fear.
we do. Yeah, it's an important fear to have.
That is actually quite right.
That is right.
So, what is the growth phase?
Well, the growth phase can be many different things, right? We have a point in life where, like we spoke about previously, we're in a comfort zone. And in that comfort zone, we do not grow.
No.
We don't grow in that comfort zone. It's very safe. It's very sound. We're happy. We're not learning anything. We're not pushing ourselves. We're just happy in that zone. What we want to do is get out of that zone, and it's where the scary, unknown things begin to happen. So we begin to learn new things. We begin to learn that we can run 5K, that laptops can do certain things that... Sorry, I'm bringing it back to MacBook Pros again. That dogs can do, that we can challenge ourselves to do different things.
We're capable of more. Yeah.
Exactly. Great. Thank you very much. We are capable of more in life than just our little zone that we are stuck in. My mum is a prime example for this. She is so fixated in her comfort zone, she doesn't ever want to stray out of it. Until she gets on a bike and she goes, oh, I can ride a bit further. Oh, I can do this many push-ups. Oh, I can do this and that and the other. She is like expanding and getting out of her comfort zone to her fitness goals, expanding her fitness goals, which is good. I'm happy for her. But we need to do more. We need to do more out of our lives. We need to try new things. We need to try new hobbies. We need to do all these different stuff to just challenge ourselves on a daily basis.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely right. It's where the scary unknown begins is like standing on the edge of the diving board at the Bedford Summer River swimming pool.
Robinson.
We said last time.
Yeah, that's
Robinson
right.
swimming pool. Out 10-metre board.
10 metre, yeah.
Yeah, see, it doesn't
It's
sound much.
high.
But it is high when you look at it.
Yeah.
I think I did cliff jumping from 10 metres.
Oh, mate.
And it was terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just, you're just in free fall.
Yeah. It
So
feels like
that's
forever,
scary.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really does. Even though you a second, but it's scary. It's the same as coming off diving board metaphor. Starting this podcast at the beginning, we were terrified. Like you hear the nerves in our voices. We say it time and time again. Same as me when I started investing. I was petrified to put my money into the unknown at the beginning.
Where is the money going? What is it doing for me?
What
How
could
is it
possibly
going to
happen?
grow?
What
How
lose
does
or-
it work?
Fear. Exactly all that. All not knowing. And now it's second nature. You don't think about it. Now it's the same with the podcast. We don't even think about it. If you're a cliff jumper that does it all the time, you wouldn't even think about it.
No,
it's just
exactly.
breaking out and in growing your comfort zone, basically opening that circle around you, that comfort zone, and just encompassing, like taking everything in and growing.
That's the point, isn't it? Because like you said, being a cliff jumper, there is a point where that scarcity doesn't really happen. You can jump off a 10 metre and be happy with jumping off 10 metres. You go, right, well, I'm going to go 15. And you go, fuck, 15 feels completely different to 10.
Yeah.
But the thing is, of getting used to things, it's an ever-growing zone. And that is the point that you have to continuously push yourself, which is what we're trying to explain here, that people think, oh, I've jumped off a 10-metre board now. I'm used to it. You are not used to it until you have no fear of doing it.
Yeah.
And so you have no fear of doing it. You don't have to necessarily go on to the next thing, but you want to still be fearful every single day of your life, which is why increments exist. The 10, the 12, the 15, the incremental steps are so important because we have to expand our comfort zone. And when we become less fearful of stuff, our comfort zone, like you said, expands.
Absolutely. And that's why repetition is so key.
Absolutely.
When it comes to investing in podcasts and diving, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be with it in the future.
Yes.
So absolutely. We are obviously pleasure-seeking machines. Our brains are wired to chase safety and look after ourselves, self-preservation. So doing these things, maybe not investing in podcasts so much, but jumping off a diving board as a metaphor, there is risks to it.
Yeah.
Even though you're falling into water and stuff, you're forcing your body, jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah.
You're forcing your body to do something that naturally it doesn't want to do.
No, exactly.
So you be able to push into that growth phase. Again, repetition will help encompass it totally in your comfort zone. But it's about pushing your boundaries, leaving your comfort zone to be able to get them then to encompass that in you.
It's like the first time you drive a car, right? Like you're so scared of driving the car when you're like 16, 17.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I do
It
not
feels
want to drive
fast.
this. Yeah. You're going like in first gear, chugging along. I'm freaking Michael Schumacher. And then you realise that actually you're still going 20 miles an hour. Wait till you get to 50 miles an hour. And then like it just expands, isn't it? So the more you get used to it, the more your comfort zone grows, which is, it's nuts.
Absolutely.
Nuts.
Yeah.
The safety aspect of it sort of goes out the window and then comes back when this feels safe.
Yeah.
And it's like go-karting, for instance, racing drivers, the faster they take a corner, the faster they get used to it. It's like, this is safe. I can go faster. This is safe. I can go faster.
Absolutely.
Great metaphor.
Absolutely. I want to go for a time where I struggled a little bit.
Yes.
With socially, if you will. It was
Okay.
a few years ago. We were working together. I was sort of beginning to alienate myself amongst my colleagues and so on. And I had to sort of take it upon myself to realise I had to do better. And that's when you put me onto podcasts and self-discovery, self-development, etc. And it was quite hard at the beginning because it was getting up early, reading a book, or meditating, trying to work on yourself. And I just remember it being really difficult. And then we started the podcast and putting yourself out there to the internet, like in front of hundreds of people, and now people coming up and talking to me about it.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate it. I still hate it to this day.
Yeah, it's still exposed. You feel exposed.
Yeah. It's, I listened to one of your podcasts. I'm like, oh no, if it's like your
work colleague
cousin's
or whatever,
husband or something like that.
Just
Anyone like family related. I always struggled with it, and and nowadays it's much better. That was maybe a year ago now.
Yeah,
that I struggled with that. 2 years ago with the struggles at work. And you just had to keep pushing through the pain, and you have to keep almost exposing yourself more, just like we were saying just then about keep on diving. I had to just keep exposing myself to people that knew about it, have conversations with people about the podcast that weren't directly related to it, any of us here. And I really felt it helps. It sort of turned the fear into desire in a way. Now I just want to do the podcast better and better and better, be more proud of it like every single week. And I just feel like that helps massively with with growing. It's part of the growth phase. It's part of becoming a better person, if you know what I mean. It's horrible, but you get through it.
That's the thing, right? Sometimes we don't have the choice to do it our own way. So like someone, if you're exposing yourself via content, someone's watched that piece of content, sometimes you won't have a choice of who watches that content for you to come have a conversation about it. It can be your cousin's husband's sister.
Yeah.
Right? And for instance, that happens and you're like, shit, I am not comfortable with talking about this to you. But then you have, in some situations, you have no choice on how comfortable it can be. You have to just adapt to that situation. One thing is like public speaking, for instance. You can sign up to I don't know, say you're going to take a class at a college and you think, it's going to be like 30 people there. You turn up and there's bloody 1,000 people there, and you've gone from having this little small mind and you've sort of zeroed in that it's going to be 30 people.
Oh, yes,
don't be scared too much to shit. I have no choice now. I can't back out. I'm here and I've got to speak to 1,000 people. Like sometimes we build this, I'm going to be okay. I can do this. This is scary, but I'm going to be okay with this 30 people to shit. I've got no idea what I'm doing. This makes a complete difference. So there's a change in like what you're also saying is being under control in a fearful situation to being completely out of control in a fearful situation. And exposing yourself to at some point where you have no control, but you can still are capable of making that situation fine. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. You almost you need to.
Like how would you do that? Because we talk to ourselves in our own mind. Like you said, I can jump off this 10 meter. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
10 meters closed. You're
5 and 10
you're halfway
yeah.
up there now, and 10 meters closed. You've got to go up to the 20, and there's a queue of people behind you. You ain't backing down. You can't back down. You have to go to the top at 15. You cannot back down. How do you go? Shit, I was meant to prepare for 10. How am I going to do it for 15? It's not the same thing, is it? It's completely different.
Yeah,
how do you go about it?
You don't need to be fearless about it. Fear is perfectly okay at that point.
Yeah.
You just need to embrace the fear and take on a role of confidence in a way. You have to tell yourself it's all going to be fine. I'm capable of doing it.
Yeah.
Become that inner commander again. Tell yourself you're going to do it. I would say.
Yeah. I'm
What
the
would you
same.
say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Fuck it. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, fair. Push yourself over the edge.
Yeah.
And the first time you do it, the second time's going to be so much easier.
The
10
thing
times
is,
easier.
the for me, the best way of what I would say it in my head is 10 was comfortable.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to jump off 10 minutes in my mind. It's fine. If 15 wasn't safe, it wouldn't be here.
Nice.
It's perfectly safe. Millions of people have done it before. I can do it as well.
You say that, but then look at the submarines issues we're having in the world.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
I know. I get what you're saying. No. Yeah.
Tried and tested millions of times, 15 meters. People have done it all.
Yeah.
Pretty
Perfectly safe for humans.
exactly. In my town, many people have jumped off that 15 meter board. I can do it as well.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think I would say as a coping mechanism to get me up to the top step and go, right, you're here now. It's fine. You can just walk off the edge.
Yeah.
You got to jump off that cliff. Just take the step.
It's almost a bit of self-confidence in it, just in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be a hero. You don't need to be an absolute legend.
No. You just got to just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Easy as that.
No, it's not.
Recognizing your growth phase.
Yes.
So coming away from diving.
Sorry.
How to identify when you're going through a phase and not just genuinely terrified of a situation.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes, I was trying to think of a way of that's not diving. Having a difficult conversation about your boss because you messed up or something. Or going to the dentist. You could be genuinely fearful of that.
Which a lot of people are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, rightfully so. I'm with you. It's not a great experience. Just sat there all exposed with your mouth open. Like,
Yeah.
you're very vulnerable. You're going to face a lot of internal conflict. So going back to differentiating. Going to the dentist and having your teeth looked at is a different fear to starting a podcast, diving off the diving board, and start investing.
Yeah.
And you got to try and learn which is what. So if you're feeling anxious and nervous and scared, and it's about the dentist, it's nothing to do with personal development, then I wouldn't worry. That's not you couldn't go home and say, I went to dentist today. I'm
I'll go right for this.
fantastic. Yeah. It's focus on the personal development side. So you're going to face a lot of internal conflicts, personal conflicts as well with friends, family, trying to grow as a person. You're going to really come across all sorts of obstacles, like overthinking, perfectionism.
Yeah.
That's a big one. For us, perfection is a big one.
Hard. Yeah.
Avoidance. As you're trying to grow as this person, come out of your comfort zone, you're going to come across all these obstacles that are really going to trip you up and try and stop you. Like it's the devil's trying to just stop you growing as a person. He's pulling you back.
Yeah.
And you've got to see these obstacles and sort of tackle them head on and just push through them. You can't let them get to you.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, exactly. You close your mind, or that side of your mind, saying, I don't want to listen to you. I want to do this because this is for me. This is something that this excites me. I want to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a sign. It's worth leaning into it more. If you are nervous and scared about these things, it's worth. Oh, okay, this is a good sign. It's like when I have job interviews or talk to people who go into job interviews. Excitement and nervousness are the same feelings. It's butterflies in your stomach, sweaty palms. It's higher heart rate, etc.
Yeah.
They're all signals to the brain. It's the same. Nervousness and excitement is the same thing. You get all those symptoms. So if you tell your brain it's excitement for an interview, you're going to perform so much better than if you tell yourself, oh, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
You're going to like clamp up, shut down, not speak very clearly. Whereas if you're excited, you're going to be, yeah, come on, let's go. I'm going to have a great interview. Oh, I love your shirt, mate. That's great. You got the job. Handshake.
Yeah.
Handshake's going to be on point. You know what I mean? You've got to convince yourself that it's the right thing.
Yeah.
So when you feel this fear, tell yourself, no, this is good. This is good fear. I want to embrace it, and push on it. Lean on it farther. Lean on it harder.
Build that courage to step forwards. That's what you need to do.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. Exactly.
Building that courage to go, yes, I can do this. I am happy doing this. Maybe I feel exposed. Maybe I feel scared, but it excites me. It's the future that is worth trying to go for. Let me go for it.
Exactly. How can we do that? How can we build courage to step forward? What are good ways to teach ourselves? Like practical tools, if you will.
One thing I think we could do is take micro steps instead of massive leaps, right? So we've all seen that like meme we've spoken many times before, of like the little steps versus the big leaps.
Yeah.
And when you come
the
to
guy
the
at the bottom.
yeah, the guy at the bottom trying to get on the ladder, right?
Yeah.
And so the big ladder at the top with massive steps, you can't even reach step one because it's just so big. Whereas the small incremental steps are really easy to overcome, and it's foot in front of the other, and we're just walking up the ladder. We want to reduce the gaps that we have. We want to make it so simple for ourselves that it is easy, right? We want to have the keep it simple, stupid exercise in our mind where we can just bite-sized chunks, micro steps, micro tasks that we can overcome, and make it nice and easy for ourselves. Like visualize the after state of what that looks like as well. So we've gone from being absolutely no one to starting a podcast. Maybe that's like one big leap on that big ladder, but in reality you've done 15 steps on that little micro ladder, but you've achieved something. And visualize what that looks like for you and what the outcome is for you.
Yeah, I do that in the gym a lot. I feel like
visualize the lifts.
Yeah, exactly. That before you do a heavy squat, you
Yeah.
just in your head, just do it. However many reps you're doing, do
Lightweight,
those 3 reps.
baby.
And it works. I feel genuinely, it really gets me going. So it's the same for these endeavors in life. You can just visualize yourself on the other side of it. Visualize yourself doing it, and actually, when you're doing it, it will feel much more natural to you because your subconscious, your brain has seen you do it already. It's not something alien. So
and you can use your past wins to do that as well.
Absolutely.
So you know that you've previously done things that you thought you couldn't. Things you've achieved that you never think you could ever dream of achieving. You've seen them. You've gone, yes, I can do that. I have done it in the past. Nothing is going to stop me. I can do it again.
Absolutely. I've got a couple of quotes from Jack Canfield. He's an author and a motivational speaker.
Nice.
Talks a lot about fear, but one of them is everything you want is on the other side of fear. And it's true. I think if you do push your boundaries, if you do break free from these fears, you can achieve anything. Most of what we want is on the other side of fear. We're just too scared to put ourselves out.
Yeah, we are.
Take control of it.
Yeah, I love that.
And the other one is don't worry about failure. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Imagine not even trying because you were scared. This
This is the thing, right, about the thing we spoke in the last episode, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. I could have a choice of two things. I could sit in and work and slave away at doing that exercise, or I could go and experience something that I'd never experienced before. It's hard to make a decision, but worry about the chances that you miss. Like that is the FOMO side of things. You're worrying about, I have a chance to do this and I've missed it if I don't go and do it now.
Yeah.
How many other options do you have to go and do it? None. So
Absolutely.
just go and do it.
Absolutely. Love that.
Stop there.
So, if you're standing at the edge of something right now, something that feels exciting and terrifying all at once, I want you to remember this. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear often means you're onto something. Growth doesn't happen inside the lines of comfort. It lives in the stretch, in the leap, in the uncertain middle of where we can find out what we're really capable of. You don't have to take a massive step today. Just one. One bold choice. One honest conversation. One move toward the version of you that's waiting on the other side of this. And hey, if your voice shakes and your heart races, if your hands sweat, that's okay. That just means you're growing.